Good morning, Collective and Soul Tribe. Today's Monday, February 9th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Again, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Okay, we are starting out the second week of this month. It is a new week. So let's jump right into it and see what you guys might need to know for today. Okay, I will be only using the Journey Oracle deck for this reading. For some of you guys that may notice, I only did a tarot message for the first reading that I'm going to be posting for today, and this will be the second message for today. So right now the time is 10:30 a.m. Okay, let's jump into it, guys. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to know for February 9th? What clarity and understanding do they need to know while they are on their journey? Please give them clarity and understanding whenever they see this video, and also give them any wisdom and guidance even if the video doesn't resonate with them or the message. Please allow them to take away some wisdom and knowledge as they go through their journey or in this life. Ooh. That might be confirmation for someone as well. Let's see if that comes out again. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Thank you. So the first card that wants to show up is create. Okay, for some of you guys could be wanting to create or needing to create, or there could be this energy of you guys creating. Okay, because again, it is a collective reading. So some of us might be on the right path when it comes to creations. For some of us, we're still in hermit mode trying to figure out, what do I want to do, right? And it could look differently for, everybody, right? Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so it could look different for everybody, okay? When it comes to what we create, how we create. Again, for some of you guys, this might not even be about just art, skills, and talents. For some of you guys are stepping into this new energy of creating your own life. Right? Creating your own life, creating your own story, creating your own abundance, right? For some of us, it's a little bit different. So everyone has a path that we're all here to take. The question is, are we going to take that path? Are we going to move forward in that path, right? Everybody has something different that resonates for all of us. So even if it's not about money, if it's not about time and energy, there's something that resonates for some of us, right? So creations could be very significant, whether this is starting your own life, creating your own future, building your own future. Stability is also significant, but also drawing and skills, talents, focusing on your goals and dreams, right? Being able to move forward in this energy, knowing that, if I step into my creations, everything will be okay. For some of you guys, even getting paid for your skills and talents is very significant as well, right? So yeah, we have unfolding. So there's something unfolding for some of you guys. Now, for some of you that resonate with this could be about your skills and talents that are unfolding. Again, there's something about your purpose as well that could be unfolding. So for some of you guys that have stepped into your purpose, there's something about that unfolding. So if you planted seeds, for example, during the winter time, right, which is like right now, say that you started planting seeds from the fall into the winter time, there's something about you guys going with the flow, being open of going with the flow. Okay, going with divine flow is very significant. Being open to new opportunities that are showing up in your energy, stepping into new opportunities as well. So not being scared to create your own opportunities is very significant. Being the leader of your own life is also significant. So there's something about being open to newer things, being open to the idea that you guys are no longer who you used to be, okay? Having gratitude could also be very significant for some of you guys. So again, when it comes to this energy, right, maybe you guys are showing up with gratitude. Maybe you guys are giving gratitude to the universe, and the universe sees this, okay? So for some of you guys who show up and have gratitude to the universe, there is also something about the universe protecting you, okay? The universe sees that, you have gratitude, okay? And they want to show up for you as well, okay? Yeah, curiosity. So it's almost like you guys are curious about, what's unfolding for you, especially when it comes to your future and what it is that you guys are creating in your future, right? That is why the universe is saying to just go with the divine flow, Learning to flow like water is also significant. Being near water is also significant for some of you. So even if you don't have water placements, there's something about learning to flow like water, okay? Learning to be like water. So it's almost like if you disrupt, the energy when it comes to water, that something's going to happen. Okay, when water is disrupted, it turns into waves. Waves turn into tsunamis. Okay, tsunamis turn into destruction. Okay, so for some of you guys, when it comes to curiosity, you could either see that something is unfolding for you, but you just don't know how it's going to unfold, or for some of you, you guys are curious about your future, and there's something about the universe not telling you about your future, but only telling you steps about what to take now. Okay, and that could be something that you guys are curious about too. For some of you guys, this could be about learning as well. So you guys are curious about your future, or, how you're connected to the divine. Learning about the divine also, and, your gifts and talents could be very significant, but know that you guys are very connected to source, okay? Yeah, and know that you guys are enough, right? So you guys are connected to source. You guys are connected to the divine, and there's something about you guys being connected and, things unfolding for you, okay? And being open to release, right? So there is something about releasing and letting go. Okay, now for some of you that resonate with this card saying you guys are enough and release, there's something about releasing worries and fears, right? So when it comes to you guys being more than enough, this could be anything. This could be about meeting new people, being in groups, okay? Know that your worth is enough as well. So there is something about, being worthy. So if you, have a 9-to-5 job and you feel like, every time you've worked somewhere, every time you've been somewhere, whether this is a job or just being around people who make you feel uncomfortable, there is something about you guys releasing the past, releasing, past mindsets, releasing past thoughts, right? Releasing those things are very significant for the collective, right? And stepping into your own purpose. So clarify what the collective is releasing at this time. What is the collective releasing at this time, Spirit? What is the collective releasing? Yeah, so stepping into wisdom. So again, if this is past energy, there is something about being enough, right? Being enough, stepping into releasing what no longer serves you. Because again, it's almost like you guys are like a pearl, okay? You guys are like a pearl being hidden. And, you guys are very special, right? You guys are gifted, you guys are special, you guys are unique. And it's almost like anybody can go into the sea and find a clam or a mussel, but you're that one person that's like the pearl in that clam, right? Or in that mussel, or whatever the case is. You are that special pearl or that special jewel, okay, for the collective. So know that you guys are enough, right? When it comes to stepping into your purpose, even if you don't feel like, in that moment that you're enough, know that you are enough, okay? Again, a lot of times we don't realize that being around certain people, places, and things, deter us from stepping into our beliefs, stepping into what we desire because of other people's projections or insecurities, right? Knowing that you guys are releasing the past, especially when it comes to the new moon that's showing up, that is the energy where you guys could be showing up at this time, right? Releasing what no longer serves you, even if it is the past, and you guys are still in communication with certain people from the past. There's certain things that you guys are releasing when it comes to patterns. So if people are accustomed to you being a certain way, they may look at you like you woke up one day and you just changed. And it's like, no, this was something you've thought about. Okay, you guys either beat yourself up about many times before, like, why do people do this, or why do people act this way, that kind of thinking, introspection. You guys have gone within and you guys have thought about certain things, about certain people, places, right? And you guys have wondered, right? And you guys are showing up with a lot of integrity. Okay, you guys show up with a lot of integrity. You guys teach people to have integrity for themselves. For some of you guys, you guys are learning what it is like to have integrity for yourself, knowing that you will not tolerate certain things, knowing that it is okay to walk away from that job, okay? But Also knowing that you have to have a game plan before you walk away from that job. For some of you guys would just walk away from that job without any type of, idea, without any type of game plan, nothing. And it still benefits you because you guys are doing what you're supposed to do based on your path. So just because somebody quits their job and you see that they quit their job and something works out for them, that's for their path. Not everybody can do the same thing. That is why I always stress and I say to you guys as a collective, if you guys are going to leave one job, at least have something else secure. Okay? Remember, we live in survival. We live in a game. We live in a video game in life. So even when it comes to working, we all know that we have to work. Unfortunately, do we want to work? No. Okay. Are we going to do certain things to fight for what we believe in? Maybe. But that depends on how awake we are as a collective and a soul tribe, right? When it comes to work, it's either we leave the work that no longer serves us and find something that does. But again, when it comes to corporations, we all understand that all corporations can be shady. Well, some, right? And learning about that and understanding that and also detaching. So for some of you may work somewhere that, doesn't resonate with you the way that you spiritually feel like it should. But at the same time, you know how to detach and you just know how to go to your job and just do your job. Do you agree with what they do? No. But when it comes to your integrity, knowing you guys are not going to want to go back in the same place that treated you poorly. And that's just in general. If a place treats you bad, it's almost like, why would I want to go back there? And some of you guys have this mindset about you. So again, integrity and also transformations are very significant at this time, okay? You guys are going through a season of change, okay? Right now we are in a season of change. Right now we are in the winter, moving into spring. So seasons could be very, significant when it comes to, us going through certain things. But not only that, some of you guys could have went through your season of change, or you guys are going through your season of change while the seasons are changing. So there is something about even being in flow with not only the moon cycle or just the universe, but also with nature. Okay, emotions are very significant, and also courage. So even when it comes to you guys expressing yourself, showing emotions, showing up emotionally, especially with emotional intelligence, you guys could be showing up for other people and lighting that spark for other people. So again, flame is very significant. Lighting that spark, okay? Getting a spark of idea, inspiration. For some of you guys, having that courage to move forward. There's almost like someone's like lighting a spark under under their tushy, their bum, right? So it's almost like you guys get an idea and you're like, okay, I got to jump on it. Okay, taking action. Okay, someone's persona could be very significant, but for some of you guys, if this is not a persona, there's something about people may think you have a persona, but that's your authentic self, okay? So it's basically like what I like to say to you guys is what you see is what you get. Okay, if I'm mad, I'm mad. Okay, you guys are gonna know. If I'm sad, I'm sad. You guys are gonna know. If I'm happy, you guys are gonna know. Okay, there's something about being very authentic, keeping it real. Okay, not hiding or, keep wearing a mask, basically. Showing up for people and being emotional, which is okay. I always say this to you guys. I am always being told that, oh, you're so sensitive, or, oh, it's not that deep, right? And when it happens to other people, guess what I do? I look back at them and I'm like, remember when you said, oh, I was sensitive, and remember when I said it's not that deep? But I'm not going to do that to you. I'm actually going to show you, it's okay. Right? You show people how to treat you, or you show people how to show up for other people, even if they didn't do it for you in that moment. You teach people a lesson. Okay, collective and soul tribe, there's something about you teaching people a lesson and people having to learn those lessons. We have alignment as well. I'm going to see if I can get one more card. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? 1414 on the timer as well. And awakening. Yeah. So inspiration at the bottom of the deck as well. You teach people and you inspire people to either do that project, work on their skill, do their talent, whatever talent they have, okay? Work on their integrity, work on their empathy, work on how they treat people. You show people, you know, how to be in alignment. It doesn't matter how much money they have. They can have all the cars in the world, they can have all the money in the world, they can have all the houses, all the kids, all the everything. They can have it all, okay? And even though you guys are going through your challenges or your seasons of change, the same people that were not there for you, collective and soul tribe, always remember that. Always remember who was there for you in your darkest moments, and always remember who was there for you when they were not and when you needed it. And always remember when you were there for other people when they needed it and when they didn't need it. Know that you guys are a gift from the universe. That is why I always say to you guys to protect your energy. 15:15 on the timer. Always protect your energy. You may have a change of heart, but always protect your energy. Always protect yourself. You are somebody who can emotionally heal people. Okay? You give heart-centered truth through your compassion. And that is very hard to come by in this day and age. A lot of people are very selfish. A lot of people only think about themselves. A lot of people know what they do, especially when it comes to older generations. And I'm not talking about people in their 50s, which is like the max. I'm talking about people in their late 60s and up. Okay, they know what they do. They come from a different generation. They come from a different time. We are a different generation. We are a different time. It's not to say what they did was wrong, and it's not to say what they did was right either. But there are certain things that we learn from history, and we take that information and wisdom and knowledge, and we transmute the energy and we execute it in a certain way. Okay, I'm going to end it here though, so please take what resonates with you guys at this time. And again, I hope this resonates for somebody who needed to hear this, but know that you guys are more than enough. Know that you guys are here for a reason. There's something about you guys being open to these new opportunities, whatever that opportunity is, but being open and prepared to be able to move forward, okay? Because you guys have what it takes to move forward. Okay, even if you feel like you don't have the education or the money or whatever it is that you think you have, what other people may have, you have it. Okay, some of you guys are just blessed with the gift of gab. You just have it. People have to pay for it. Some people have to go to a specialist to get information or whatever it is that they need to get from it. You just naturally have it. Whether this is ancient knowledge, history, okay, wisdom, guidance, whatever it is, you guys have it. And trust that you have it, okay? Believe in yourselves, okay, you guys? But anyways, I'm going to end it here. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok, and also my website, www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can check out my blog, or, if you guys want to book a reading, you guys can book a reading there as well. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, guys, I love you so much, and have a wonderful Monday. Bye, guys.